All right, well, here we are. Here's a little GTO update. This is Tuesday, so I'm well into overtime, so to speak. Yesterday, I pretty much got it all wrapped up, and it has started several times. Every time it starts, it brings a new problem. So yesterday, I got the cooling system squared away and the fan and everything on with no power in the dark with flashlights and battery tools. And about 5:30, the power came on just about when I was ready to fire it. And before I fired it, I noticed I had some coolant leaking down here, which stopped overnight. And I had some more coolant leaking down there. You can see my witness marks on the bolts. And the whole reason I'm still don't have it running is because the carbs were leaking or seeping, whatever you want to call it. It looks to be all of that has been squared away as they've been sitting with fuel in them overnight. And it did start briefly yesterday afternoon. Battery's hot, ready to go. Timing light's ready to go. Wrench is ready for fast idle. Screw ready to run it in. Very minimal gauges on this car, so I had to add a few just for run-in. And then evidently I am going through the school of hard knocks with these carbs. I can build carbs. I'm not an expert, but I can learn anything. So here I am in the carbs, and the vent on the rear run decided just to do Mount Vesuvius once I got it running. So of course that was a no bueno when we shut it down. So today, Steve YouTubed everything, and just like I do YouTube, there are people who do YouTube that teach stuff. So I'm learning. And so this is what the paper calls for. 21 30 seconds is what it's calling for in the front and rear. And one of the guys on the Tri-Power website says 23 30 seconds. So I've got this adjusted to 23 30 seconds. And then the float drop, I had to learn about that. But I got my float drop adjusted to 1 1/4, and do not, very fragile. Evidently they don't make these brass floats for the front and rear carbs anymore on the Tri-Powers, and there's composite floats. Wish I knew that when I bought the parts. So I also have a suspicion these are the wrong floats. So I think this won't be the last time I'm in these carbs, but I really want to get this car running, this engine running, and get the car mobile, because I can always go back and pull the hats off the carbs and redo the floats with everything together. So we're going to try that. Going through the school of hard knocks, but I can do it, and I'm going to figure it out. So I'm optimistic that this guy is now happy and that I can put it back together. Obviously, I'm probably going to need some more gaskets, so it's probably a good thing, and I got to replace the floats. Composite floats, front and rear carbs, and the center carb is still a brass float. I think what I got is I got 4 or 3 center floats in these carbs. So I'm not sure what that's going to do, but obviously it's got to be fixed. So I'm going to order up some parts, but I'm still going to put it back together and try and run this cam in and see how everything else works, because it actually is ready to go. I think all the parts are here. So I'm getting my booty put through the ringer on this car, but I think I'm close. I'm not saying that I don't mind doing this. It's not too bad. It's cool. It's a lot. It's like transmission stuff, or it's like electrical stuff. You just have to pay attention to it, and I enjoy things that require attention, precision, versus just putting things together and like a parts changer hoping they work. So, Mr. GTO, I'm hoping you're going to run very soon.